hello there. It's Wednesday the 30th of January 2013. A warm welcome along to today's United Kingdom talk. Only 2 more shows of me in my 40s and then I become 50. It's all very scary, boys and girls. 50! How did we get there? Lucky to be here. Lucky to be here at this age. Anyway, I've got another new jumper on today. I'll just describe it for those of you without vision. It's very nice and grey. 20 quid this was. It was in a sale. Apparently they were £45 at one point. And I just happened... It's got a hood. It's very nice. It's like quite a... It's like I don't know if you could... It's a bit like a duffel coat, the buttons on there. And when I went to try it out, it's got a hood, so I'll just put my hood up. I don't think... Oh, no, I don't think... I don't think you're supposed to have the hood up, because you can't quite... Oh, my God, I look like someone from the Ku Klux Klan. We don't like any of that, thank you very much. We're not having any of that nasty racism on this programme, thank you. Oh, my God. Hoods... Oh, maybe you're supposed to fold it back a bit. Now I look like Lady Gaga. Oh, caught in a bad romance. La, 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 la. I quite like Lady Gaga, do you? At least she's got some talent, unlike those awful people on The Only Way is Essex and various other celebrity get-me-out-of-here dancing on ice rubbish. Oh, God, dreadful programmes. Dreadful programmes. Yes, so I've got this new jumper. Special offer, £20 in the sale. I'm really pleased with it. It's ever so thick. I thought I'd wear that for you today. Okay? But while I was in the shop, I don't know, I tried it on first, and I thought, oh, it's a little bit tight. That was the, it's a comment just suddenly come in. There we are. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I tried on a large, and it felt a bit tight on me. So, I without even trying it on, I picked up I can't be an extra large. Surely, I know I'm a bit overweight, but I'm not a bloody extra large. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I just picked up the extra large, and I thought, oh, maybe they were just made them a bit too small, and put it on the thing. And the lady, you know, took them. Just £20, please. I said, oh, it's a very good price, dear. And she says, yes, they're on strike. They were £45. I wouldn't pay £45 for a jumper. I think probably about £40 maximum. My best mate, Ron, you know, he doesn't think anything about paying ridiculous amount of money. He's just bought a pair of Ugg boots. Now, I'm sorry, I thought these were for women only. Ugg boots. £100 for a pair of Ugg boots. It's just over the... Don't you think that's a bit over the top? £100 on a pair of shoes, basically. You know, I bought 2 pairs of shoes recently. Buy one, get the second pair half price, and 70, 80, 90 for £105 for 2 pairs. You may have seen them on a previous programme. What are they called? Eco-vegan shoes or something like that. There's no leather on there. It's all plastic and various other things, you know, because we don't like to tear animals apart just to wear them. Thank you. I mean, it's horrific when you see people walking around in town with, like, dead cats and foxes on their heads and around their shop. What's all that about, eh? What is all that about? Anyway, we're getting off the subject here. So, so I give her this jumper, and she started folding. She says, oh, is this your size? She picked it up. She says, is it extra large? I said, well, yeah. I said, the large was a bit tight. She said, have you tried this on? I said, no. She said, do you want to? I said, yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah, try it on. I said, I need a woman to tell me, you know, if this fits or not, or indeed a fairy. A woman or a fairy needs to tell me if this fits properly. Ronny would have done perfectly, to be honest. Anyway, so I put this thing on and I looked in the mirror. I said, what do you think? And I knew straight away it was too big. She said, no. She said, go back and try the large one. So I got the large again and put it on. She said, no, that's the one. She says, look. So I looked in the mirror. I said, yeah, you're right. Yeah. So that was it. Thank you very much to the lady in Burton's. I bought this from Burton's for saving me a return trip. I hate taking stuff back, don't you? Oh, God, I hate it. You know, even worse, I think even worse than having to take stuff back to a shop is having to send, excuse me, I've got hiccups, having to send stuff back to a mail order company, whether it's Amazon or anything like that. Oh, I really hate that. all the pissing about you've got, how to print off a label and all the ring up for a returns number and all the, or send an email. There was, actually, I must tell you, there was a microphone I bought a while ago. It was only cheap, only 20 quid, which is very cheap for a microphone for the karaoke people. A while ago from a company called Studio Spares. And it stopped working within 2 weeks. Do you know what? I've sent them an email. I've left them a message on the answer phone. What do? No one's come back to me. Studio Spares is the name of the company, boys and girls. Not returning calls. They don't seem to be interested. That I have to say, the service I've got up to that point was very good. You order something, it comes the next day, all very quickly. Very good. But something goes wrong, they don't appear to be that interested. No doubt, if one of them's watching the show, oh, we didn't get that message, we'll go and look at your bloody answer phone then. Dear me. I sent an email and a thing, so I don't think I'll be buying anything from them again. Once again, the name of that company is Studio Spares. They've got everything there, but there are other companies who I'm sure will provide a better service than you, so I shan't be buying anything from Studio Spares again after my experience. Thank you. Bad customer service. I tell you what, Studio Spares, have a look round John Lewis, speak to some of the staff there, and learn some customer service from them when things go wrong. All right, lovies? Thank you. Anyway, so this is the jumper, and that was all sorted, so I paid my 20 quid, went back home, and that's it. And on the way home, I popped into Ronny's. Now, this would have been Sunday. Ronny, my best mate. And he has ordered a couple of 2 jumpers for my birthday. He said, what do you want? I said, I'd like a couple of jumpers. I don't have any jumpers. They're all hooded tops. And quite frankly, you know, I think I'm getting a bit too old now for hooded tops. We're going to move on to thick, chunky jumpers. Like what they wear on the telly. Have you seen? Oh, that's a thing. You know, you often see these TV programmes, don't you? Like This Morning. You know, anything on a sofa. I know in the States or in Australia, you have the programmes in the morning where they're sitting on a sofa. And they wear great big thick jumpers. And thinking, they must be bloody hot in those. You know, I know it's the middle of winter, but you're under all those studio lights, they must stink after they take those off, don't you think? Or like Galamo. You know, Galamo, who doesn't wash his bed sheets. I haven't forgotten that, Galamo. Doesn't wash his bed sheets for many, many days. Sometimes weeks. They must smell similar to that after they've had one of those thick, chunky jumpers on and presented 3 hours of live television under hot studio lights, mustn't they? Anyway, so I went to Ron's house, and there he says, oh, one of your jumpers has arrived, and it was all there in a bag. Happy birthday. I said, oh, thanks, I'll take it with me on holiday. I can't open it, it's my birthday. He said, oh, you'll have to. I said, why? I said, it's not my birthday. He said, because it's the wrong size, I need to send it back. I said, oh, all right then, because I really don't like to open things before the day. To be honest, not so much before birthdays, but certainly before. I do not like presents given or received, but, well, received, yes, left in the wrapper, perhaps, yes, or carrier bag, however you want to do it, that's fine. But presents should not be opened until Christmas Day. You know, if by that you mean 1 second past midnight, that's fine, no problem. 1 second to midnight? No, it's not Christmas Day, it's Christmas Eve. I'm a bit like that with birthdays, but not so bad. So I thought, oh, okay then. So I opened this thing, a lovely blue jumper, nice navy blue jumper it was, and I looked at it and it's extra large. And I said to him, it's extra large. He said, yeah. I said, well, it's going to be too big. He said, oh, they come up small. I said, I bet it ain't. Anyway, I put this thing on. It was like a tent. It was like a tent, dear. You know, I was looking around, to be honest, for the campfire that had been set up. And, you know, the billies full of baked beans and things like that. And maybe a kettle boiling on another fire over there, or one of those gas stoves, you know. Have you ever used one of those gas stoves for go camping? Oh, dear. 3 hours to boil a kettle. There's just no heat comes off of those at all. Have you noticed that? Eh? Anyway, so he says, oh, it's all right, I'll send it back. So he's straight on the phone arranging this. Anyway, so I left his house because he had someone coming round. I can't remember who it was now. He had someone coming round. And so I left his house and I come back here. And I went to bed. This was Sunday and I got up to go to work again. And I noticed someone had left a message on the answer phone. Because once I go to bed, that's it. The phone goes off. You cannot wake me up while I'm asleep. I won't have it. You know, I turn the mobile goes on silent, so it doesn't make any noise, and I unplug the telephones in the house. When I'm asleep, no one wakes me up. That's it, because I'm obviously asleep in the afternoon, ready for the night's performance, which on Sunday happened to be Belushi's karaoke. And a nice night it was. I'm coming on to that in a minute. And there's this little text message that Ronny had sent me. It's going to cost me £6 to send that back. I mean, why tell me that? You know, why tell me that? Why put me through the misery and unhappiness of thinking that he'd have to spend another £6 on me? Tight-fisted bastard that he is. Eh? Anyway, so I texted him back, but I'm worth it. And he texted me back, are you sure? And I texted back, yes. You know, so he's had to send that back. And, you know, to order clothes online are a bit funny. I mean, I've ordered stuff online before and it's been too small. And usually on eBay, you know, if you order stuff on eBay, sometimes, you know, all that mucking about sending it back. I remember ordering a pair of trousers, jeans. Do you remember this? I ordered a pair of jeans from a company and I had to send them back, and then they had to, you know, because I'd ordered the wrong size, then they charged me for the postage, and it was, I didn't mind that so much. It was only about £4 postage, but it's all the mucking about. You've got to wrap the thing up or get another bag, because you probably ripped out the old bag, haven't you? Go to the post office, send it back, wait for the other thing to come on. And quite frankly, you know, shopping in shops has got, you know, it does have its advantages, doesn't it? Especially, I think, when it comes to clothes and things like that, because you do need to try things on. You know, like I say, with this jumper, I may try another brand of jumper and find that it's too big. This is a large. I might buy a large in another jumper and find that it's too big. Because all the sizes come up different, don't they? I mean, I've noticed this is the same with shoes as well. In some shops, in some shoe sizes, I'm an 8. In others, I'm a 9. Those boots that I bought recently are a 9. My trainers are an 8. You know, so it's very difficult not to, or very easy to order something online that's going to be the wrong size. And then it comes, oh, I can't bear it, sending stuff back. You know. Mind you, I tried to send those microphones back to Studio Spares. They don't seem to be interested. Fine, won't order anything from you. Which is a shame, really, because I've ordered all my wires and everything from you over the years. Haven't you, eh? Now I've got a little microphone to send back, only worth 20 quid. That's all it was. But you didn't reply to my email or my phone call to send it back. Bad customer services, Studio Spares. Thank you very much. Anyway, so that was my Sunday with my new jumper, and poor old Ronny's got to send that jumper back. Oh, what a shame. But I got my bargain, 20 quid. And then after that on Sunday, I did my karaoke night at Belushi's at no, what was that? Sunday is Belushi's in Camden town. And little did I know that the customers, in particular one customer, Mary, her name is, she's wonderful. What a character. She's absolutely eccentric, a little bit like myself, a little bit eccentric. She is wonderful, Mary. She's Irish. And unbeknown to me, she had bought in a very nice chocolate cake filled with cream. And it was in the shape of something, boys and girls. It was a funny shape, and I cannot reveal to you what shape it was. It was very rude. That's all I'm saying. It was a rude shape, wasn't it, Mary? And she'd filled it up with cream, and it was, oh, I really shouldn't, I don't eat dairy products, as well, you know. I've no meat and no dairy products. However, when someone goes to the effort of doing something like that, you cannot, no, I'm not having any. So I had some, and it was absolutely delicious. Thank you so much, Mary, and the other customers. And people bought me in cards. People actually bought me in birthday cards, and I thought that was really touching. It really was. I didn't expect any of it, because, you know, I have arranged this birthday trip to New York, really, to avoid any nasty surprise parties or anything like that. I just could not handle a surprise birthday party. I really couldn't. You know, you walk into the room, the lights go on, surprise! There's all your friends and family and probably everyone you've done anything with. Oh, God's sake, that'd be a full room, wouldn't it, eh? And that's why I arranged it. So it took me by complete surprise that over a week before my birthday, that they'd arranged this, and out came the cake and the happy birthday and the candles and everything, and just wonderful. So thank you so much, Mary, and all the customers that come into Belushi's in Camden. I was hoping while I was away someone else was going to stand in and do my little night there, but it turns out that when it doesn't look like that's going to happen, because the bloke I thought was going to do it is now not going to be able to do it, and you know, I can't find anyone else to do it for the price that I do it anyway, because I do go out on the cheap, to be honest. I'm not a greedy person. I don't think I could ever say I was a greedy person with money. Never. No, absolutely not. And I do jobs, and I'm quite shocked actually at the price that some people pay. And some of them are just so full of self-confidence. It annoys me. You know what I mean? That I'm worth this, I'm worth that. Oh, well, if you don't want to pay that, I'm not doing it. That is the general attitude of people these days. I'm not like that at all. You know, I'll say, well, this is the price that I should charge you. What do you think? And if they say, oh, no, that's a little bit... I say, well, what do you think should be the price? And if they say, yeah, that's okay, fine, you know. On the other hand, I've said before, I don't like people to take the piss, you know. If you've got a pub full of 500 people and you're trying to pay me 60 quid, I don't think so. Won't do it. Won't do it. But there are plenty of people who are just so full of self-confidence, and do you know, I bet they don't work half the nights I do. You know, it's like when I'm doing the mobile discos, you know, weddings, birthdays, that sort of thing. I charge people, the average price is probably about 190, okay? About 190, that would be that's pounds, so what would that be? Dollars, 190, 290... 275 American dollars, I guess. That would be for someone's wedding, you know, 8 to 12, something like that, maybe 7 to 12. Yeah, 7 to 12, I'd do that, you know. And that's what I charge. I know mobile discos, they're going at £300-400. £400. Do you think that's a bit much, or is it me? Am I kind of stuck here in the 80s and 90s with prices? I don't know. What do you think about that? I've got an email address. My email is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. We've got Twitter as well. If it's just a short message, send it on Twitter. My Twitter is ChrisReardonUK. ChrisReardonUK. It was a horrific moment for me last Friday, actually. I just had a little quick check on my Twitter account, and I noticed I had lost a follower. Oh my God, it was like the end of the world, dear. I mean, I've only got 47 as it is. We're desperate, boys and girls. We need more Twitter followers. So please follow Twitter, Chris Reardon UK, for all the announcements and anything any old crap that's to do with me. Chris Reardon UK is my Twitter. All right. By the way, it's suddenly warmer outside. I'm very pleased to announce that I'm now back in the swimming pool. Yes, all the ice has gone, all the snow has gone. In fact, today it's been 12 degrees today. You know, 2 days ago it was 0. It's amazing how quickly, you know, the temperature speed goes up outside. Right, just a second. Right. Okie doke. Let's have a look then. Okay, email time, boys and girls. We finished last show halfway through Jennifer's lovely email, so I'm going to pick up on that then. And Jennifer says, you had me in stitches about the Cadbury cream egg story. 3 eggs for £1 or 6 eggs for £1.50. It's like double the calories for just a little bit more. The Co-op and the Cooperative Societies, the Co-op, that's the name of the shop. The Co-op know how to make you feel good. They do. Double the calories for less than and double the price. It's fantastic. She said, this will surely put you over 13 stone. Watch out. Well, I did have a little weigh, actually, yesterday. I'm 12 stone 12 now, so it's dropped down a little bit, I'm pleased to say. I hope the doctor will be happy with me. I have to go to the doctor tomorrow. No, what is it today? Oh, Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday today. I'm recording this on Tuesday. So while you're watching this, I might well be at the hospital for my little checkup, because I'm on a drugs trial at the moment. Drugs trial, yes. And I have to mention to him my foot. I keep getting athlete's foot. Do you get that a lot? I think it's down to the swimming. I don't drive in between the toes properly, but I've got this spray, and you spray it on. Very good. And it seems to get rid of the athlete's foot in hours. And the trouble is, you know, it gets itchy. That's bad enough. But if you scratch it, it gets itchier and infected. And that's what I keep doing, scratching the blooming thing. I heard you mention that Marge lives in Oklahoma. What part? Oh, I don't know, actually. What part of Oklahoma do you live in, Marge? Please let me know. We don't know the full address, dear. Is it like a town within Oklahoma? Oklahoma is a state, isn't it? So it'd be what's the name of the town, Marge? Also, Stacey, the cop who does his own podcasts, live in Oklahoma as well. What part? Oh, I don't know. Stacey, I don't think Stacey is a cop anymore. He's come out of that. I'm sure he's doing something else now. Don't know what part of Oklahoma he's in. I don't think he listens to this show. But Stacey, if you do, what part of Oklahoma are you in, please? I was going to move to Oolga. Is it Oolga? Oolgah. Oolga. But I love that name. Where do you live? Oolga. Pardon? Oolga. But my plans for that have gone bust and won't be joining my husband out there. Oh, do you remember way back when I said if my daughter ever got pregnant, I was heading out to Florida and heading to Oklahoma? Well, it happened. Just as I feared it would. But I'm still in Florida. Do you know, I love the way you write, Jennifer. It's kind of serious but funny. I love it. Your writing is brilliant. I am now a grandmother at 43. Oh, you're younger than me, Jennifer. At least you're not over 50 yet. Just think, this time next week, I will be in the over 50s club. God's sake. There's no hope for me. Over 50s and lonely. Sad, lonely and pathetic Chris. Oh, well, there's always you to talk to. I was so angry about it at first. Well, actually, the first 9 months. And then a year later. But the baby is about 20 months old now, and he is just the cutest thing. Of course he is. Of course he is. Funny how when I come home from work, he runs to the door screaming, "Mamu! Mamu!" It's such a good feeling to have a little person just so excited to see you. Now, I wish I could find a man who would do the same thing. Very tricky. Me too, Jennifer. Me too. I wish I could find a man. Oh, dear. What can you do, eh? We are destined to live alone, I think. Babies are wonderful, of course. I have a little bit of sad news, actually. Both my great niece and great nephew at the moment are ill. Now, my great nephew seems to have a bit of a cold, so it's pulling through that slowly. They're all ill up north at the moment. My niece has got a sore throat, and she suffers from sore throats. My sister has a chest infection. Her husband's got a chest infection. The husband's mother, who lives with them, has a chest infection and bad asthma. But more seriously, my niece Evie is in hospital as I'm sitting here recording this. And she's apparently been sleeping non-stop for 3 days and has barely eaten or drunk anything. So they've taken her up to the hospital today, this morning. I haven't heard anything else yet. And apparently she's very... Oh, what's that when you haven't got enough fluid in you? Very dehydrated and something else. I can't remember what else it was. So she was in the children's ward as I last spoke to my nephew, waiting for the doctor. She's quite ill at the moment, so I'm a bit worried about that. But certainly when they're better, when they were better a couple of weeks ago when I was up there, just after Christmas, and to see them there, it's just wonderful. And my favourite thing that Evie does. She is 8 months old now, 7 months, 8 months, something like that. She's got this baby walker, and she goes charging around the house in this baby walker. And her face is all lit up and smiling and pushing these things, pushing these things. It's fantastic having little ones in the world. I don't understand these people who don't like kids. Don't like kids. Oh, what horrible, mean people they are. I don't know a load of them. A load of the fairies don't seem to like kids. They don't. A load of the puffs don't. I don't know what all that's about. I love them. Bring them in. There's not enough kids here. Bring on the children, please. As I said to my niece and nephew, we used to go out and do things and whatever. And play together. And because of course I never grew up, you know that, don't you? I am still a child inside. And I said to them a while ago, about 2 years ago, I said to both of them as they got married, you know, you're going to have babies now because you are now boring. You have become old and married and haggard. And I need new little ones to play with. Thank you. And so 2 have arrived. And, you know, Evie's a little bit more playable, would you say? Playable than George. George is a few months younger. He's still on sort of, you know, pick up and hold on the lap age. Doesn't actually do anything at the moment. Evie started crawling around as well. So I hope she'll be all right soon. I'm sure the doctors will sort her out. Jennifer says, I think you were talking about ice skating a while back too. I was, yes. That is so dangerous. I can skate okay, but I was on the ice back in August at a local ice rink, and I fell and broke my wrist. Oh, I bet that hurt. Ooh. It turned all black and blue, but still could move all my fingers and hand around it, so I thought I'd just sprained it. The pain never went away, so about 7 weeks later, I went and had it checked out. Oh dear, if only you'd gone straight away. Ironically, when I broke it, it didn't hurt, but it hurt elsewhere, and that spot was fine. I didn't get it. Every time I went back for a progress checkup, the doctor would x-ray it and say it's healing and sent me on my way. I finally gave up going, and it seems to be all better now. It's strange, isn't it? Did I tell you my sister sprained her, she badly bruised her elbow a little while back, and she couldn't move that. She thought she'd broken it, but it was just badly bruised. She's a lot better now, though. Well, I must be going. I need to get at least 7 hours sleep and be at work tomorrow. Until I write again, and you read, ta-ta from Jen. Lovely to hear from you, Jennifer. Yes, keep in touch, my dear. Keep in touch. And can we send a picture of a little baby, please? Possibly in action, doing something, running around. That's what we like. Hello to John Golding, who you rarely write anymore, John. I do wonder where you are. Who says that the problem with your iPhone is probably a software error, but the sounds of it, it's the iPhone at fault and not the Yaris. Yes, because I was telling you that I had a problem with connecting the phone to my car. Everything works except when someone calls, and when I hit the take call button, it doesn't work, and you have to do it on the phone and then switch it back again. He thinks it's a software error. I think you're probably right, John, because the iPhone 4, there was no problem with that. However, literally this morning, they've done another software update to IO 6.0.1. Is that right? So I've done that this morning, and we'll see if that makes any difference later on when I get in the car. All right? Some tweets. Some tweets, boys and girls, first of all, from my nephew, Jimmy Butler. Hello, Jimmy Butler, who incidentally is the only one who's not got ill up. Well, he's not ill, and neither is Gary or his wife Stacey. Jimmy Butler's the younger nephew, 15 years old, I think he is at the moment, and very popular with the girls. I've got to read you this. I've got to read you this. It's on my nephew's Facebook page. These girls message him. They do. You want to see the crap that they come out with. Just a second. Jimmy. There we are, Jimmy. Here we are, Jimmy. Blah, blah, blah. One moment, please. Oh, what's that there? No, that's not it there. Where is it now? I've got to read this too. Here we are. Here. This is from this girl called Lisa. And this is on his Facebook wall. Now, Lisa, I've never seen a girl with so much hair. You know, I'm actually not sure if it's her hair. Is it like extensions or something? No, I don't think it is actually. It is her hair. This girl has got so much hair on her head, it's unbelievable. Anyway, and Lisa writes on my nephew's wall, right? Oh, I've lost it now. Oh. God, where is it? On my nephew's face. Here we are. Here, Jimmy, you're so funny. You're good looking. I have spoken to you a few times. Used to see you around at school a lot. Haven't seen or spoken to you for a while. Pop up sometime. Ah, pop up sometime, she says. Dear me. Talk about throw yourself at my nephew. Of course, he's lapping it up, isn't he? He is absolutely lapping it up. I did send him a message. Let me see if I can find the message that I sent him. 1 second. Why does that say no selection? Oh, do I have to choose a person? They've changed all this Facebook. There it is. They've changed all the Facebook around again. So I sent him. I sent him a message. And I said to him, Jimmy, why are you posting something under another name on your Facebook wall? I was pretending that he sent the message to himself. He says, so that was it. And Jimmy wrote back, ha ha ha, can't control these girls. He's lapping it up, isn't he? Absolutely lapping it up. Girls throwing themselves at him in full public on Facebook. I've never seen anything in all my life. Oh, well, Jimmy, please, you know, you need to get my permission first. You need to ask me, you need to be on the phone to me. Hello, Chris, what do you think of this one? And then direct me to photographs. And, of course, it's not all about looks, Jimmy. Personality, very important. Although, you know, I don't think personality's got anything to do with it. It's all looks now. It's all looks. I mean, otherwise, surely I would have been snapped up by now if it was done on person. Sorry? Nice one, Jimmy. And Jimmy has now become a follower of mine on Twitter. Thank you for following me, Jimmy. Follow me on Twitter, boys and girls. At ChrisReardonUK is my little Twitter name. More tweets coming in. Are we Twitterers or tweeters? That's the question. Anyone know the answer to that? Are we Twitterers or tweeters? I'm not sure. Anyway, Marge said, what's the time, by the way? Half an hour? Where did that go? Oh, well. Marge sends in some tweets. She says, on the hashtags, so the hashtags take you to other Twitters. Is that how it works? No, not quite, Marge. If you want to find out about something, you know, on the Twitter thing where the hashtag is, I think it says discover. Hang on, let me bring it up and I'll tell you. Who is it? One moment, please. Twitter. 1 second. Twitter.com. There it is. Oh, I've lost a follower again. Down to 46 again. What's happened there? I've lost another follower. This is terrible. Oh dear, please be a follower of mine on Twitter, ChrisReardonUK. Yes, at the top of the Twitter thing, Marge, you've got Home, Connect and Discover. If you click on Discover, right, and you search, I think, if you put, I don't know, if you put hashtag, if I do, so in the search box, put hashtag and, for example, oh, what can I put in there now? Hashtag and karaoke. Hashtag and karaoke. Let's see what happens. Ah, yes, there we go. And then it brings up all things to do with karaoke that people have hashtagged on their comments. Are you with me? So try that out. Oh, there's my one. There's my one there. Karaoke is about to kick off in Belushi, so that's what you do. So if, for example, you're sending someone a tweet and you're talking about this show, you could say, Chris is talking about flowers today, and then space, hashtag flowers. Hashtag, and then space, hashtag United Kingdom Talk. So anyone who types in flowers will then come up with your tweet, hopefully. All right, I believe that's how it works. Marge also tweets, I quit Facebook. Have you quit? Well, you're on and off there, Marge. Do make up your mind, dear. Are you going to go on Facebook? Are you coming off? You're on, off, all the time. I bet you, within a few days, I shall get a little thing from you saying, please add me to your Facebook friends. And you'll say something like, I've hit the wrong button, sorry. And you haven't, because you've just realised that you wanted to join it again. Oh, Marge, I love you. She says, I'm 3 years older then. I will live to 103. Do you think so? I wonder what that would be like living at 100. I'll still be doing these shows, hopefully, at 100 years old. Oh, yes, I've no intention of slowing down. No. If you think I'm going to be one of those old duffers who falls back in his armchair and just retires for the rest of his life, I don't think so. Marge says, what happened? You turn off camera and beat the hell out of Ron at the end of the last show. You should have recorded that part. Yes, isn't he vile, Ron? He's so far up his own arse, it's unbelievable. I shouldn't tell you this. Can I tell you a secret? Guess where he is, what he's having done today? Yeah, I told you he's vain. He's having fillers in his face. He is. Apparently, you know, if I smile, right, I've got, you know, those two laughter lines, the ones that kind of come from the bottom of your nose down to the sides of your mouth. Right, he's having fillers put in those. Oh dear me! Don't tell him I told you that. He'd go mad if he knew I told you that. He said, "Don't start telling people on the microphone." He's having fillers. He says I'm going to look 20 again. I don't think so, mate. Oh God. And Marge also says, Ron, you're an arse. Tell Ron to cast the first stone. And she says, I will kill you, Chris, if you call me Maggie. I hate that name. No, you're not a Maggie, though. That was a miss word coming out of my mouth. I know your name is Marge, is not Maggie. Marge is Marge. She also says, now that you're going to be 50, you need to start taking more beta carotene. It will really help your eyes. Plus, what's this? Ginkgo biloba. I can now see good again. Oh no, I'm not taking any of those. I don't believe in taking those vitamins. I really think they are a complete and utter waste of money, vitamins. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. They're a waste of money, vitamins. Yes. I read something in the paper, I think we talked about it quite a long time ago, and it said that they'd done this survey on people that take vitamins, and you don't live any longer, you know, just a waste of money. Marge also finishes off, she says, Ronny is full of crap. I just knew it. Oh, we all know that, dear. Full of it. Absolutely full of it. Thank you, Marge. Robert sends in an email and says, hello, Chris. On your last show, dated the 26th of January, which featured a guest appearance by Ronny, your best friend, mentioned the lack of hard-hitting discourse. To which you replied that this was not the nature of this show. No, it's quite a laid-back show. Sometimes we hit on serious things. I think we do hit on serious things sometimes. But generally, it's a light-hearted show. Light-hearted banter, isn't it? I think both of you are correct in your own ways. And so, to rise to the challenge, I wish to play the role of devil's advocate. This in the hope that it might inspire debate and perhaps we might all learn something along the way. To live in interesting times over the next few years, while the rest of the world eyes other problems of developments, depending, of course, upon your own local perspective, we could see the end of the United Kingdom and the reawakening of a dormant power. If, as I suspect, things will unfold, then Scotland and soon after Wales will leave the Act of Union and become fully independent states. This will be very sad. This will be very sad. The vote is due to take place in 2014. The Conservatives are to offer the people of the United Kingdom a vote on whether to stay or leave the European Union sometime around 2017. I suspect that the vote will be yes to both questions. However, I rather think that Scotland would want to stay within the European Union. This, for me, raises many interesting questions. The scenario would have concerned me greatly a year or so ago, but this may be a very good thing for England. And England fully independent from the chains of history. It might work well for us. With Europe moving ever towards the east, the status, if left as it is, would mean a marginalised country. We could and would trade with the world and shake off our dependence upon a bureaucratic European failed model. A Europe based upon strong, hard-working ideals would have worked, but we do not have that, and it's such a pity. I'm fed up with the Germans and the French telling us what to do. But a freed England does at long last give me reason to hope. This extract that my friend Chris has just read out, as in me, reflects a frustration on my part with the current situation. Some might say so, and do so rightly, that I don't even live in England and that I should limit my opinions. I am Icelandic, but I am also English, and I take pride, yes pride, in paying my full tax liability to the British government. It is nice to act the fool, and is something that I have done over the years and taken great delight in doing so. It pricks the bubble of being pompous and being up your own tailpipe. The trick in all things is to adopt the manner in which the situation or circumstance demands. It's all things remembers 2 ears, 1 mouth, but the biggest thing to remember above all, the good God gave us a sense of humour. And as for non-believers, then evolution has a sense of humour. Use it or lose it. Sir Robert of the dining table from the land of wit and tradic. So, yeah, thank you for that, Robert. I absolutely believe that we need to unshackle ourselves from the ridiculous bureaucratic crap that goes on in Europe. I absolutely do. I want to really make this a strong point that I do not hate anyone from any other country, okay? I do not even dislike anyone from any other country. What I don't like is someone else telling us what to do. It's the politicians. You go around to any of these countries, they don't want all of this crap. They never wanted the euro. I was talking to a very, very good friend of mine who works in Belushi's. His name's Nathan in Belushi's in Camden. He's Irish. They didn't want the euro there. They were quite happy with the Irish punt. We don't want all this. We don't want all this integration. We are our own people and that. You know, we don't want to be told what to do. And, you know, there are people as well who... immediately when you say, I don't want to be part of Europe, they say, oh, well, you're racist. How many times has that one been pulled out of the hat, you know, on occasions when people just deem it necessary to say it? Oh, that's really racist thing to say that you don't want to be part. Why is that racist? Why is that racist? Get a life, please. It's not racist at all. I will not be told what to do by someone from another country, let alone this country, funnily enough. Yes, I absolutely will be voting to come out of Europe. Will it make us worse off? I don't know. But it'll make us independent. What price independence? There's a thought for you. Your thoughts on that, please. Send them in on the email, chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk, right? chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Alright, we'll leave it there. Once again, Twitter. Do follow us on Twitter, or if you've got a short message, you can send it via that. ChrisReardonUK is my Twitter. ChrisReardonUK is my Twitter. And Facebook as well, if you want to join us on Facebook there as well. Always little videos and pictures and things going up there. My Facebook username is the same again, ChrisReardonUK. Alright? It's a Wednesday evening tonight. If you're watching this on Wednesday morning, then it's Wednesday evening tonight. If you're in the London area, I'll be hosting karaoke night at Belushi's in Borough High Street every Wednesday night. That's from 10 p.m. until 2 a.m. boys and girls. There is a small charge tonight if you come in after 9:30, and you will need photo ID as well. Alright? Thanks so much for watching and listening. One more show, and then I'm off to New York. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.